Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It's Key. We're back with another video in our autumn/fall journal series. So I'm taking a couple of these autumn journals that I started a couple of years ago, and we are finishing them off. So this is the third installment, third video, third part, what do you want to call it? And we are still working in our soft cover journal. So it's a soft cover 3 signature. The other journal we are working on this year is this hardcover 3 signature. Okay, so this one. And I already have a single signature autumn journal up on my Etsy shop if you're interested in that. When these are complete, they will be on my Etsy shop. I'll of course do full flip throughs of them so you can see what the final product is as well. So let's look at our signature. So this is going to be our fancy schmancy signature. The other 2 signatures are done. So we have this TN writing journal, and then we have an insert, a ephemera insert that's going to go in the last signature location. So I will put some ephemera in there at the end. After I've done everything I want to do with the journal, I'll fill that up later. All right, so in this video, I am just going to be paging through this journal and just doing things. We are committing to action in this video. That is what this video should be called, committing to action. Okay, so this is the front of our signature. And the digitals in this are a part of an old digital kit that I had. I think it was called Faded Memories or something. I don't think I have it up on Etsy anymore, but if you guys want it, I will reinstate it. So that's that. So if you were wondering where these were from, that is where they're from. All right, let's do some stuff. So we're opening it up. We're opening it up to this sort of writing page here. And I think I'm going to put, this is going to be a hidden paper clip that's going to be decorated. So it's not going to look like this. It looks crazy. I know it looks crazy, but it won't when I'm done with it. But we're not going to do that in this video. I'll do that off camera. But I'm going to attach, if I can get this to function, I'm going to do it. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, so this is just going to go over the edge of this, and then I'll have my little hidden paper clip, or maybe not a hidden paper clip. Maybe just a regular paper clip. Where's my gold? I have a gold one somewhere. Here it is. Okay, that'll just be attached there. It might be a hidden paper clip, it might not, I don't know. But we're going to have this. I think I'm going to have this, but I think I'm going to stencil up the edges. Not I think. I'm going to. That is, action is happening as we speak. I'm going to stencil this up. I'm going to use this one because it's just faster than the maple leaf one. Okay. Okay, so let me know, what are you guys working on right now? I love this time of year. I love autumn. I live in a place where I get all the seasons, and so autumn is one of my favorite seasons to indulge in because of the changing trees and seeing the birds take off and get the heck out of here. I'm like, I don't blame y'all. Y'all know what's coming. So it's just always wonderful to have nature telling you it's time to make some changes. Or maybe just evaluate, you know, maybe you don't need to make any changes. Maybe everything is just as it should be. But you won't know that unless you look at it. All right. I think it's also a really wonderful time to get into journaling too. If you've either gotten off track, you know, sometimes the summer can be it's so full of stuff and traveling and all this other sort of activities that sometimes we just, you know, need to get back into a routine, need to get back into sort of quote unquote real life. And autumn is oftentimes a good reminder to do that. I'm going to use the red for the other side, but I'm going to keep the stencil because it's just, it goes faster. What are your favorite fall activities? I was talking about in the previous video that I absolutely love the Harvest Festival festivities with the apple picking and pumpkin patch and all of that stuff. My sister and I go on like a candle, you know, we go buy fall candles, and when we're doing our apple picking, we buy these delicious pies, the savory and the sweet, like it's a whole thing. I absolutely love it. And then after the Harvest Festival, we usually go over somebody's house, her house or my house, and bake our pie and just like chill, you know, just chill out and enjoy each other's company, family time. The cousins get to play. Like, I don't know, it's just wonderful and I love it so much. It's one of my favorite traditions. I don't know, I might even like it better than Christmas. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Okay. Whew. And most of the reason why I'm doing this, so I'm not necessarily going to do this for every single page, but the reason why I'm doing this is because this is our opening page. So when you open up this journal, this is the first thing you see. And I want it to be something like really pretty, you know. I might even add like page, some trim or something like that on this page again, because it's our opener. Okie dokie. Okay, so we have some trim, some edge decoration, and I did it, of course, on both sides. So this will be the beginning and the end. So you open it up, you have that. You're gonna have this beautiful envelope that I hand dyed, and it's some collaging, napkin collaging on it. I think I coffee dyed it too before I did all of that, which is why it's so daggone wrinkled, I think. I don't know. Anyway, pretty, right? And you can also tuck some other items in there if you want, but I think that that's a lovely way to begin. We'll probably tuck some things back here, but I will do that later. All right, this little dude. So I made this into a little flip. Oh, I'm just a-thinking. I think, let's see if I have a little something to put on this little edge here. This isn't exactly straight. It's a little crookedy. It's a little crookedy, but I think it'll work. Okay. How long do you need to be? Something like that. Yeah, I know that's ripped a little bit, but that's okay. actually, you know, I'm gonna leave that little raggedy edge there. I kind of like it. It's a little rustic. You probably can't see that because I'm probably off camera. We're just gonna add some glue right there. I'm gonna add a little extra glue on that little raggedy and on this little edge. That's a little tricky. Make that face away. We'll put that on the outside. Okay. Okay. And I want and that also gives it a little weight as well, because it's intended to be a tuck spot. And when I make tuck spots, I actually run a bead of glue down the crease as well, down the spine, so that whatever you put in there will that'll be a little tacky in there. So hopefully it'll help it stay. Okay. So just a little something, something. And again, we might add a little decorative something or another there potentially too. So, all right, just a little something. I don't know where that came from. Okay. So we got a piece of trace. You know, not 100% that this is gonna stay, so we'll come back to that. We just have this envelope here, and I did not glue it together, so I'm gonna glue it together. Okay. We're just gonna run a bead of glue down this. And that will stay. And then I will run a bead of glue down this. And that will stay. Just a little ink, just to sort of finish it off visually. It's a nice little pocket here. No, it's an envelope, sorry, not a pocket. Okay, that's gonna hang over the edge right there, and then it'll probably be a little tuck spot. There'll probably be something up in there. Oh, I guess there already was something up there, probably like that. All right, this is our envelope that we worked on in the last video, and then I might put a little cluster or something on here just to help it relate to that side. Okay, so this page, this I made, I don't know, probably a couple of years ago when I was doing the absolute most. So, sorry, my daughter is energetic. All right. Okay, so this is kind of a cream paper. It's really difficult to tell because everything else is so vintagey. What I'm gonna do is just do a little stenciling around. And again, I'm gonna use the easy stencil because gotta keep moving. I said I was gonna go quick and commit to things, so must keep to word, must keep to word. All right, let's see here. Deep concentration. Because I'm trying to go fast. So I can't talk and go fast at the same time. These two things do not compute in my brain. My brain's like, which one you want? Okay, because we're not doing them both. Okay. That's sufficient, I'd say. Just do a little inking around, just to sort of give a little bit of a frame around the frame. Okay. Ooh, working up a sweat. All right, what did I say I was gonna do? I should put something down the middle. And by something, I mean the stenciling that I was doing. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I have, what did I have? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Our lovely lady mounted on, this was just a little thing that I put together. I got this on a freebie and I printed it on vellum, I think. A freebie, who sent this? I don't know, maybe Artie Mays? Maybe she offered it as a freebie, or scrapbooking with me? Edith? Maybe? I honestly don't remember, but pretty sure it was a freebie, so. All right, and I just want to put this on. Oh, that's so cute. Right? Okay. So I'm just going to glue on 3 sides, and I'm going to glue over my stitching. You know, I love the way stitching works. I mean, looks, sorry. But actually doing stitching, because I'm not really like a sewer. I was new to it when I was doing it, started doing it. And so I haven't really done it recently. Like I said, I started putting this together a couple of years ago. And I love the way stitching looks. But ooh, I'll be getting frustrated. I'll be straight up rebelling against my my sewing machine. And I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that I probably don't have the best sewing machine. But the thread always comes out. So if you have any hints for me, like the thread is always coming out. I have to re-thread it frequently. So if you are a sewer and you have any advice, I would love to get back to it, but just I just threw my hands up and walked away and never looked back. But I do love the way it looks. Like, that looks so pretty. I love it. That's why I do it, but I haven't in a while because I'm rebelling. Okay. Rebel without a cause, is that what they call it? Maybe I have a cause. I've got a cause. All right, so I think this is there. So that looks cute, right? And then, not really sure what my thinking was there. So I'm just gonna park those items off to that side. Or maybe I was trying, oh, that's a pocket. Oh, okay, just literally did not see that. All right, I need a bigger one though. So this is from my newest autumn collection. These ephemera bits. I don't know if it's been released on Etsy yet, but check it out. Okay, didn't glue this down sufficiently. It's not glued down. Okay. Oh man, these are both rights and I need a left. Ah! Should I put the little people in the wagon? They have hay rides, just like, okay, so, oh my gosh, I had so much fun making this little kit because, again, like I said in the last video, I flipping love, you know, I'm not feeling it. It's like too much happening and I actually like this digital, so I don't know, I might do something else with it. I don't know about it. I don't know about that one. I'm okay putting a pocket here, so let's do that. What do we want? Do we want the pumpkins? Pumpkins? Yes, I think we want the pumpkins. Or do we want the leaves? No, we have leaves on that side. We'll do pumpkins. Okay, so I backed my ephemera on brown paper bag, recycle, reuse, renew, yay. But it also creates a very, very sturdy component. I'm just gonna snip that. And I'm gonna fold up the bottom as well. We're gonna snip this as well. And then we're gonna glue it down. I'm gonna ink around it a little bit. Probably not gonna see it much because there's a lot of orange already on this. And I think my printer was just doing the absolute most when it was printing these digitals out, because the colors are so saturated. And I know that this kit is very vibrant, very bright. It was intended to be that way because it was capturing sort of a time of year where I feel like nature be snapping. I feel like spring, yes, nature snaps, but it's like a subtle snap, you know? And then in the fall, nature just be wilding out. At least, you know, I live in a place that has 3 seasons or 4 seasons, so our falls are absolutely gorgeous for like a week, and then it's just cold and windy. And then there's snow, you know, like, but shoot, for that week and a half, 2 weeks if you're lucky. It depends on how, like, if the rain holds off. If the rain holds off, then you'll get you'll get some extra time. But once it starts raining, it gets windy and cold, and it's all out the window. But for that little time, nature be going all the way off. Should be snapping. All right, so we got a little pocket there. And that obviously needs to dry, so I'm not gonna even add that. We'll add ephemera in there later. Okay, I'm sure that this was here because I was gonna add a pocket. So I'm just gonna add a pocket there. I think it's a little too, I think we need something bright because we have two sort of low-key looking, dullish, not dull, but like, you know, nothing vibrant is happening on either of those pages. Should we do some stenciling or something? What do you think? I think I'm gonna add a pocket, that's happening. But I think I also wanna do a little bit of stenciling. You're right, I just did orange. So let me do red. You're right, you're right. Let me do some red. Okay. Oop. Acting out. Who's that? Again, I am trying to be quick, and therefore words are not a thing. I can't do it. Find it difficult to talk and do quick things at the same time. So I'm trying not to make something that looks crazy. These papers, I just bought on Amazon. So it was like an antique, a variety. I know it's hard to find a variety of like antique prints on one side, and it was white on the other. So I would just like print my designs on one side, and then I would have, you know, like a coffee dye, but it would vary because it had, I think, 4 different designs in the pack, which was really nice. All right, I'm gonna go up the middle as well. All right, there we go. This, the, what is it called? The inking, the stenciling is, you work with a swatch. Like, I think I'm getting my arm exercises in. What time is it? I mean, I certainly hope that you are journaling while I'm also doing this. Hopefully you're doing something while I am doing this as well. All right, and then this, I don't know. You know what? I might splash something over there. Let's see. Ouch. I wasn't planning to do this, just so you know. And I don't even know what this is and if I'm gonna do it. So, I don't know, but I don't know. I might dye that in some way. Okay, I'm not finding anything off the bat that I want to work with, but I'll come back to that. I'll sweep through that during another session. All right, so I'm gonna put this together. And you know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm actually gonna cut this bottom piece off. Because I find that stuff gets stuck sometimes on these. I put these in there for y'all, just in case you want that, you want it. But I'm just gonna put a little bead of glue right at the bottom there. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. That's a good question. Why am I inking when I haven't pulled this one back yet? Just you and your wonderful questions. I don't know. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, that's a robin. I'm sitting in front of a window and there's a little robin bouncing around outside. So cute. Okay. Okay. Cool. Don't forget your bead of glue around the bottom, which I have definitely done. And then I was like, that wasn't supposed to be a belly band. You know? Okay. You know what? I didn't even, or maybe I did. Just don't remember measuring this. I was like, did I measure this? You know, that's crooked. I'm trying to straighten it out. I don't know how successful that is right now, though. Okay. Cool. let's press on. So we're at the center. What do I feel like I'm missing something? All right, so I am gonna put a pocket over here because I scoped that out and our pockets are all right-sided. So there you go. Or at least the corner pockets. That's okay, good point. Okay. It's gonna look crazy. Did I make that? I might have creased this crazy, to be honest with you. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, the paper bag makes it heavier and the paper bag makes it heavier. And I put my vertical one on top of the other one so that you can use this as a guide to get it all the way down. Or you can just like chop these off and not use these at all. Just trimming these to the angle. We'll do a little inky around. Just add a little bit here. Straight is a suggestion, by the way. And I can just add, I would rather have the vertical one straight, and then I can just add a little trim or something down here to mask the fact that it's not straight. Okay, there we go. Was I gonna add? I did. Oh, excuse me. Okay, whoa, upside down. Oh no, it's upside down. I'm not paying attention. That's not gonna move. Okay, well this tree's upside down, so sorry. I was slipping on my pimping on that one, y'all. Okay, do we like add a pocket or something to sort of try to mask that? It's too blendy. I don't want that one. I don't like that one either. This isn't supposed to be a pocket, but it does make a really pretty one, doesn't it? I think that one's too much color. I think the likeness is too much. It's too much. Well, okay. It's funny because like I have all of this stuff. Maybe this. Okay. Not hating it, so loving it. Or do we do it as a belly band? Or do we do it as a pocket? I think we'll do it as a belly band. Why not? Shake it up. What are we doing? The vertical surfaces. Okay. No. Yes. It's okay. I'll get it together at some point. Maybe. No promises. Okay. All right. Okay, there you go. What else? We have our glycine bag, which I think is supposed to go over here. So I am actually, there's already, I already have a card in there for this, which is okay. We can keep that in there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue on 3 sides. So it can be a pocket, a really big pocket too. You can fit something really big back there. I'm actually gonna grab a napkin. Be back in a second. Maybe like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay. And then I'm gonna put a little pocket in the front. What do you think? Are we doing pumpkins? Are we doing something a little bit more, just a little landscape? Trees, does that tie that in? Is it too much? I low-key like the pumpkins. I know we got some pumpkins here too, but I don't know. Or do I want something more chill? I'm gonna do the pumpkins. I should have a timer that tracks how long it takes me to make a decision. I'm not terrible, but she can certainly be indecisive sometimes. Yeah. I'm actually gonna punch a little dip in the top because I feel like this signifies that this is intended to be an interactive piece. So I'm just gonna bump that out at the top and make sure to get in that little dip there. Okay, and we're just gonna ink on our 3 sides. Yeah, this glycine bag is making it slide all over. I'm just trying to like keep it where I put it. Make sure it doesn't end up crooked, crazy looking. Alrighty, there we go. All right. You know what I wanted to do with this one? And I'm wondering, no, I didn't. Okay, that must have been, don't remember what I was looking at then. Okay, fine. I'm actually gonna take that out, toss that to the side. What I wanted to do was put one of my little strips here. So we want this, is that too, maybe we want something really animated, like this one or this one with the papers. You want the papers? Let's see. I think this one maybe. It's upside down, right? Right? You would think she would learn. All right, I'm gonna trim a little bit off the top. And I'm gonna ink. I'm using our red this time to ink. Gosh. Whew, time is a whole thing. Okay. I'm actually gonna use my glue stick for this one. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to use my glue stick for this one. This is trace paper, by the way, so it is thinner. I'm gonna add a little bit, because again, we're on the trace and it wasn't really letting me do what I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna add a little bit to the edges. Hopefully it'll stay put. Not hopefully, it should stay put then. Is it right side up? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Trying to get it aligned because I don't think the trace is gonna be as forgiving as some of our other mediums, because it's just a thinner, more fragile potentially. And it is coffee dyed too, so I think that makes it even more difficult. Okay, I think when that dries, that'll actually give this a little bit of weight, and it might actually function as a tuck spot, as I am hoping or intending it to be, with it being in that configuration. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. All right, so maybe we just want a little, I'm gonna make this into a pocket, I think. You know, I like this being a frame here. And then the way when I coffee dyed this, I put it on a surface that kind of had these lines on it. So it almost looks like writing lines. So I'd love that to be a writing spot. And then I'll just put a little storage component on the opposite side. Just over here, and it's just pulling out that orange. The orange is calling. All right, so I'm gonna glue on 3 sides. Completely missed like that entire edge for some odd reason. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. That is, that was one pass. So let's, what time is it? I don't want to keep you guys here forever. Okay, yeah. I think that's all we got today. So, thank you so much for your time today. I think the next time that you see this, we'll be doing the walkthrough of it. I think I'm just going to finish it up off camera. Any kind of final things that I want to do or want to add, I might add another little topper there like I did to the other page. Then that'll be that. Yeah, so I'm going to finish it up off camera, and then we'll do the walkthrough of this project as well as the hardcover 3 signature, like I said before, and then they will be up for sale in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested, please do keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much for your time, beautiful energy, and I will see you in the next one. Be well.